Cardfight Vanguard Dear Days 2.
Greetings! Manta79 here, and welcome back to another deck profile video for Cardfight Vanguard Dear Days 2. Alrighty, let's get started. Pressing the A button now. Loading game and proceeding. Here we are in the main menu, off to deck build menu. Here we are on the deck list menu, and now in today's video, the deck profile I'm giving one for is a Vintage Formats, Royal Paladins, Knight of Godly Speed Galahad, BT03. Alrighty, let's begin. Selecting the deck, entering edit deck, and off we go. Here we are in the deck build menu, and like I just mentioned before, the deck I'm building today's deck profile video is a Vintage Formats, Royal Paladins, Knight of Godly Speed Galahad deck, made of cards only available until BT03. Okie dokie, let's get started. And now, we begin with the first Vanguard. For the first Vanguard in this deck we are playing, the Grade 0, Drangal, skill, auto as a Vanguard. At the beginning of your ride phase, look at the top 5 cards of your deck. Look at the top, from the top of the deck, and search for up to one card named Knight of Quest Galahad from among them. Ride it, put the rest on the bottom of the deck in any order. If you rode, you cannot normal ride during that ride phase. Alright, the Grade 0, Drangal, starting unit, we have won the deck as the first Vanguard. With that, we've covered the deck's first Vanguard. Next, let's get on to the main deck. And now for the Grade 3 lineup. For the Grade 3s in this deck we are playing, the Grade 3, Knight of Godly Speed, Galahad. Skills, first skill, continuous as a Vanguard or Rearguard. If you don't have a card named Knight of Tribulations, Galahad, a card named Knight of Quest, Galahad, and a card named Drangal in your soul, this unit gets minus 2000 power. Second skill, actions of Vanguard, cost, counterblast 2. If the number of Royal Paladins in your soul is 6 or more, this unit gets plus 3000 power and plus 1 critical until end of turn. Alright, the Grade 3, Knight of Godly Speed Galahad, we have 4 on the deck. And here we have the Grade 3, Demon Slaying Knight Longrin. Skills, for skill, auto as a Vanguard. At the beginning of your main phase, Soul Charge 1. And this unit gets plus 2000 power. Second skill, auto as a Vanguard or Rearguard, costs Soul Blast 8 and Counterblast 5. Mega Blast. When this attack hits, you pay the cost. If you do, retire all of your opponent's rear guards. And okie dokie, the Grade 3, Demon Slaying Knight Longrin, we have 4 on the deck. With that, I've covered the deck's Grade 3 lineup. Next, let's get on to the Grade 2 lineup. And now for the Grade 2 lineup. For the Grade 2s in this deck we're playing, the Grade 2, Knight of Silence Galatine, we have 3 in the deck. Next, the Grade 2, High Dog Breeder Akane. Skill, auto, cost, counterblast 2. When this unit is placed on Vanguard Circle or Rearguard Circle, you pay the cost. If you do, search your deck for up to 1 Royal Paladin High Beast and call it to Rearguard Circle and shuffle deck. Alright, the Grade 2, High Dog Breeder Akane, we have 3 in the deck. Over here, the Grade 2, Knight of Tribulations, Galahad. Skills, first skill, auto. When a card named Knight of Godly Speed Galahad rides this unit, you may Soul Charge 2. Second skill, auto as a Vanguard. At the beginning of your ride phase, look at the top 5 cards of your deck. Search for up to 1 card named Knight of Godly Speed Galahad from among them. Ride it, put the rest in the bottom deck in any order. If you rode, you cannot normal ride during the ride phase. Okie dokie, the Grade 2, Knight of Tribulations, Galahad. We have 4 on the deck. And over here, the Grade 2, Gigantic Dozer. Skill, continuous as a Vanguard or Rearguard. During your turn, if the number of Royal Paladins in your soul is 6 or more, this unit gets plus 3000 power. Affirmative, the Grade 2, Gigantic Dozer, we have 2 in the deck. With that, we've covered the deck's Grade 2 lineup. Next, let's get on to the Grade 1 lineup. And now for the Grade 1 lineup. For the Grade 1s in this deck we are playing, the Grade 1, Flash Shield Assault, Sentinel Perfect Guard. Skills, first skill, Continuous Sentinel. You may only have up to 4 cards with continuous Sentinel deck. Second skill, Auto. Cost, choose a Royal Paladin from hand and discard it. When this unit is placed on Guardian Circle, you pay the cost. If you do, choose one of your Royal Paladins being attacked and that unit cannot hit until end of battle. Alrighty, the Great 1, Flash Shield Assault, we have 4 in the deck. Next, the Great 1, Lake Maiden Lien. Skill, actions, Vanguard or Rearguard. Cost, rest this unit, and choose a card from hand, discard it. If the cost is paid, draw a card. Okie dokie, Great 1, Lake Maiden Lien, we have 3 in the deck. Next, we have the Great 1, Knight of Quest Galahad. Skill, Auto as a Vanguard. At the beginning of your ride phase, look at the top 5 cards of your deck. Search for up to 1 card, name Knight of Tribulations Galahad from among them, ride it, put the rest in the bottom of the deck in any order. If you rode, you cannot normal ride during the ride phase. Affirmative, the Great 1, Knight of Quest Galahad, we have 4 in the deck. And here we have the Great 1, Borgal. Skill, continuous as a Vanguard or Rearguard. During your turn, if the number of Royal Paladins in your soul is 6 or more, this unit gets plus 3000 power. Confirm, the Great 1, Borgal, we have 2 in the deck. With that, we've covered the deck's Great 1 lineup. Next, let's get on to the trigger lineup. And now for the trigger lineup. For the triggers in this deck we are playing, the Grade 0, Bringer of Good Luck Epona, critical trigger, we have 4 in the deck. Next, the Grade 0, Ala Blaster Owl, critical trigger, we have 4 in the deck. Next, the Grade 0, Margal, draw trigger, skill, actions, Rearguard, cost, put this into your soul. If the cost is paid, choose up to 1 of your Royal Paladins, and that unit gets plus 3000 power until end of turn. Alright, the Grade 0, Margal, draw trigger, we have 4 in the deck. Last but not least, the Grade 0, Yggdrasil Maiden Elaine, heal trigger, we have 4 in the deck. With that, we've covered the deck's trigger lineup. And with that, the deck's been built, Cardfight explained. For the cards in this deck we are playing, for the first Vanguard, 1 Grade 0 Drangal starting unit. Then for the main deck we have 4 Grade 3 Demon Slay Knight Longren, 4 Grade 3 Knight of Godly Speed Galahad, 3 Grade 2 Knight of Silence Galatine, 3 Grade 2 High Dog Breeder Akane, 4 Grade 2 Knight of Tribulations Galahad, 2 Grade 2 Gigantic Dozer, 4 Grade 1 Flash Shield Assault, 3 Grade 1 Lake Maiden Lien, 4 Grade 1 Knight of Quest Galahad, 2 Grade 1 Borgal. And for the triggers in this deck we are playing, 8 critical triggers, 4 draw triggers, and 4 heal triggers. With that, deck has been built, Cardfight explained. Next, let's get on to testing out the deck. And here we are in the main menu, going to test out the deck, so selecting the fight menu. Here we are in the fight menu, selecting CPU fight. Here we are in the CPU fight menu, changing formats from standard to vintage. Vintage selected. Next, we select our decks. Here we're in the deck list menus, choosing the deck I just showcased to you, the vintage formats, Royal Paladins, Knight of Godly Speed Galahad BT03 deck. It all looks okay from this side, and alright, selecting the deck and use this deck. Yes, I will. Deck has been selected. Next, we choose our opponents. For the opponent, I'm going to test this deck out on. I think I'll test it out on Rasen Ichidoji, Nova Grappler Clan, hard difficulty, click. Deck equipped, opponent selected. Let's begin the fight. Pressing the fight button now. The battle begins. Let's get started. Here we are in the fight, gonna decide who goes first, and let's begin. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock to rock one more time. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock to rock again. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Paper to scissors. I lose, going second. Drawing our starting hands. I got myself a critical trigger, grade 2 Galahad, grade 1 Galahad, draw trigger, and a Longren. Not a bad starting hand. Just gonna hold on to all normal units. Redraw triggers. Redraw. Galatine and a perfect guard. Not too shabby. My opponent goes first. He's going to ride grade 1 Clay Doll Mechanic. Skill of Battle Razor. It goes to the back row. That is it for my opponent's turn. Now it's my turn. Here we go. Draw. Yes, the grade 3 Galahad. Just what I needed. Let's begin. From my Vanguard circle, I activate Drongal. Look at the top 5 cards of my deck for the grade 1 Knight of Quest Galahad. Looking over. And alright, I got myself a Galahad. Grade 1. Superior Ride from the right deck. The rest go to the bottom of the deck in any order. Here we go. Going to the bottom. I call, skipping ride phase. Going to battle phase. I call the grade 1 Knight of Quest Galahad to the rear guard. And that ought to do it. I'm not playing any stand triggers in this deck, so I'm going to attack to the battle phase. Going to Vanguard first. 7k to Vanguard. The attack goes through. Drive check. Yes, a draw trigger, just what I needed. Draw a card. Late Mid and Lien. Power to the rear guard Galahad. Things are looking good from this side. And slash. Damage check. No trigger. Brutal Jack. 1 damage and 1 less Vanguard to worry about. Here we go. Rear guard Galahad to Vanguard. 12k to 7k. 5k. Cannot block it. 10k to pass. And slash. Damage check. Yes. A Battle Razor stand trigger. That's 1 less stand trigger to worry about. Trigger effect wasted, and that's the end of my turn. My opponent's turn. My opponent rides the grade 2 King of Sword. He calls the grade 2 Army Lady and the grade 1 Army Guy. A full formation, huh? Let it through. No guard. And ow. Damage check. And grade 3 Longren. No trigger. 1 damage. Here comes grade 1. Do I guard or not guard? You know what? No guard. Taking it. Here comes. 1 more attack. Ow! Damage check. Critical trigger. All to the Vanguard. The remaining attack is with Battle Razor skills, 16k, so I need 10k to block it, but I don't have any 10k shields to block it. No choice, gotta let it go through. Taking it, no guard. And my opponent drive checks. No trigger. Great 1, safe. So just 1 damage. Ow! Damage check. No trigger, Galatine. With that, that's the end of my opponent's turn. Here we go, my turn. Hold on, Battle Razor is shuffled back to deck, and my turn, draw. Not a heal trigger, come on, that couldn't come earlier. Whatever, I'm gonna activate the grade 1 Knight of Quest Galahad skill from the Vanguard. Look at the top 5 cards of my deck for the grade 2 Galahad. Come on, deck, give me something. And nothing. So the rest goes back to the bottom, and no worries, I already have a grade 2 Galahad in hand. Knight of Tribulations Galahad. Ride from hand to Vanguard circle. And skipping ride phase, going to main phase. I am going to call Lake Maiden Lien to the back row. And then I'm going to call Galatine to the rear guard. That should be enough, so to the battle phase. First, rear guard grade 1 Galahad attacks the grade 1 Death Army Guy. 7k to 7k. The attack goes through. Slash. And 1 less rear guard to worry about. And now boosted by Lien, my Vanguard attacks the Vanguard. 16k. 10k for a single pass. The attack goes through. Drive check. No trigger. Perfect guard. That's 1 damage and slash. Damage check. No, not a critical trigger. Now Galatine can attack the Vanguard. Alrighty. Galahad attacked the Great 2 Death Army Lady, 10k to 9k. The attack goes through. Slash. One less rear guard to worry about. That was an okay turn. End of my turn, my opponent's turn. Here comes, he's riding the Great 3 Ashura Kaiser. He calls the Great 3 Death Metal Droid and Death Army Guy, 7k. Whew. Fine, then I'm going to... should I guard to protect my Great 1 or not to guard? I don't have any Great 1 boosters, so I'll guard it with... I guard with Grade 0 Elaine. Guard, 17k. The attack is blocked. Next up, here comes Death Metal Droid, so guarding with Margal for 14k. The attack is blocked, and Kachink, safe. The final attack from Ashura Kaiser, 11k to 9k. No guard, taking it. My opponent twin drives. First check, Grade 2, safe, and second check. Great 1, safe. Ashura Kaiser's skill is not activated, so just 1 damage to me. Ow! Damage check. No trigger, Grade 3 Galahad. That's not good. End of my opponent's turn, it's my turn. Stand and draw. Margal, huh? I activate Galahad skill from my Vanguard circle. Ooh, the top cards in my deck for a Grade 3 Galahad. Come on, get me something. And again, nothing. Twice I failed. The rest go at the bottom of the deck in any order. No worries, I ride Knight of Godly Speed Galahad from my hand to the Vanguard circle. Ride it. Galahad's skill. Soul Charge 2. Whew. I move Galahad to the back row. I call Lohengrin to the rear guard. Then I call Margal to the rear guard. Let's see, Galahad needs 6 cards in Soul, so I'm going to activate Margal's skill. Into the Soul you go. And 3000 power to Lohengrin. With 6 cards in the Soul, next I'm going to activate Galahad's ability. Counter Blast 2. Counter Blast, and 3000 power and 1 critical to the Vanguard. That should be enough for the time being. To the battle phase we go. First up, Galahad attacks the rear guard Death Metal Droid, 10k to 10k. The attack goes through. Slash. 1 less rear guard to worry about. Now, boosted by Elaine. Go, Galahad. 21,000 power, 2 criticals. Perfect guard. I was right to save my counterblast, so he's discarding. Tough boy, twin drive first check. Grade 2, Akane, and second check. Critical trigger, nice. I give it all to my rear guard Lohengrin. And the attack may have failed, but I still got 1 more on the way. Boosted by Great 1 Galahad, Lohengrin to the Vanguard, 25,000 power. That'll be 15k to block. No guard, the attack goes through. Slash, 2 damage, first. Grade 2 Death Army Lady, 1 less rear guard to worry about, and a second check. Yes, critical trigger, trigger wasted. Whew, that was an okay turn again, so that's the end of my move, my opponent's turn. My opponent goes to main phase and calls King of Sword. Battle phase, 10k to Galahad. I can't afford to do it, so... Yep, sorry Galahad, I can't protect you. And King of Swords slays my Knight of Silence Galahad. Again, I'm really sorry. 11,000 power to Vanguard, so... Guard of a shield or guard perfect guard. Better play it safe. I guard with Yggdrasil Maiden Elaine. Elaine skill. Discarding Epona from my hand to perfect guard. There we go. Absolute defense. Here goes my bonus attack. First check. No, not a heal trigger. My opponent heals and powers up his Death Army guy. The second check. No trigger. So no restance. And ka-chink. Safe. Here comes to guard or not to guard? I should save my Akane for superior calling, maybe? You know what? No guard. Gonna conserve my hand. Ow! Damage check. Grade 3 Galahad. That was the wrong move. I should have protected myself. Alright, my turn. Stand and draw. Come on. Yes! Late mid and Lien. Just what I needed. Skipping main phase. Skipping right phase, going to main phase. I call Akane to rear guard. But I'm not gonna activate Akane's skill. I call Elaine to the rear guard. Call. Then I activate Galahad's skill. Counter blasting 2. Plus 3,000 power and 1 critical. Right, let's do this. Going to the battle phase. Boosted by Lake Maiden Lien, Akane attacks the rear guard King of Sword. 15k to 10k. The attack goes through, and slap, slap, whip. One less rear guard to worry about. Boosted by Lake Maiden Lien, the Vanguard attacks the Vanguard. 21,000 power. My opponent double guards for 31,000. 2 to pass. Twin drive for check. Come on. Critical trigger, just what I needed. I give all effects to Lohengrin. I still have a chance. And the second check. Come on, deck. Akane. No worries, I have more than enough to attack with, so the attack fails. Now, the Great One Galahad boosts my Lohengrin to the Vanguard. 22,000 power, 15k to block. No, a perfect guard, he had one. For the cost, he's discarding his last card, Death Army Lady. The attack fails. And ka-chink. No worries, my opponent has 0 cards in hand and barely anything to attack with. I can still make it. Here comes battle phase, 11k. Survived. And guarding with Alabaster Owl for 21k. 2 to pass. Let's do this. First check. No trigger, perfect guard. Oh no! Second check. Nah, not a critical trigger. Power to the rear guard Death Army guy. Ka-chink! The attack is blocked. Now, Death Army guy attacks the Vanguard for 12,000 power. Let's do this. Intercepting with Akane. And the attack is blocked. Ka-chink! Survived. And let's go to my turn now. Stand and draw. Epona, huh? My opponent has a perfect guard and a critical. I could still win this. Let's risk it all. Final turn. Skipping right phase. Going to main phase. I call Akane from hand to the rear guard circle. To the battle phase we go. Boosted by Lake Maiden Lien. Go Galahad. 18,000 power. Double guard for 31,000 power. None to pass. Twin drive. First check. No trigger. Great One Galahad. And second check. Come on, deck. 2 Great One Galahads in a row. That's so unlucky. Boosted by Lien. Go Akane. 15,000 power. The attack goes through. Slap, smack, and swat. Damage check. No trigger. Grade 3 Ashura Kaiser. The final attack. Boosted by my Great One Galahad. Lohengrin to Vanguard. 17,000 power. The attack goes through. And slash. Damage check. No trigger. 6 damage. I win. That was a pretty okay fight. And winner is me. I was kind of uneasy there at the very end when I declared final turn, but I managed to win. I got to draw all the cards I need to make this deck work for me, so it was a pretty nice showcasing. I got win, perfect guarded, successful final turn, fought for 8 turns, superior road, and drew 2 more cards in a turn and defeated very hard difficulty. I got 23,020 VP, got 16,700 VP, pressing A to go next, leaving the fight and returning to the CPU fight menu. Here we are on CPU fight menu, leaving the CPU fight menu, leaving the fight menu, and here we are in main menu, going back to deck build menu. And we're back at deck list menu. With that, the deck has been built, card ups explained, and I just finished testing the deck out in front of you, so first I want to say is thank you to the viewers for watching today's video, and to please stay tuned for more videos I plan to upload again in the near future. I also hope you all show support by liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing to my videos and channel. And with that I say, goodbye and see you all soon!